Y'all, the streets are buzzing. Boosie's reportedly staring down up to 10 years after a plea, and the timeline just got messy. Nothing's confirmed, but the whispers are loud. Meanwhile, Charleston White hopped on live, laughing and allegedly doubling down like told y'all, turning the volume up on the drama. Fans are split. Some say it's comma, others say it's cap. Lawyers are likely strategizing. Dates could shift, deals can change. We'll see. I'm watching every move. Tap subscribe real quick so you don't miss the next update, because this story is still cooking. Here's the setup, besties. The case folks thought was over in 2023 was dismissed per reports, then reportedly popped back up in federal court in 2024. The reported charge? A felon in possession count, which prosecutors allegedly framed as a firearm case against someone with a prior felony. Historically, that statute is tough to beat, especially in federal court, because the rules are stricter. The sentencing guidelines bite harder, and juries often hear only what the judge allows, nothing extra. That earlier dismissal matters, per reports, because it hints at problems with the stop, the search, or chain of custody. But the feds can try again with new witnesses, lab work, or a different theory. New venue, new judge, new playbook. Expect fights over suppression, who actually possessed the item, whether the prior qualifies, and what statements, if any, can come in. Meanwhile, Boosie posted that he's tired and trusting God, which sounds like someone bracing for a marathon, not a sprint. He still has the presumption of innocence, and all allegations stay alleged unless a jury says otherwise. Outcomes? Could be a plea, could be a dismissal, could be a trial. For now, it's a waiting game. Paperwork, hearings, and strategy, reportedly. We'll keep the receipts as filings land and dates get set. First drop, and it's spicy. Sources say a plea just got accepted to avoid the roulette of trial risk. A quiet pivot that trades headline heat for guaranteed closure, allegedly minimizing exposure if a jury went left. Lawyers call that risk management, not concession. And the paperwork, if it exists, would likely frame it as finality, not confession. Either way, the internet heard deal and the timeline lit up. Charleston jumped online almost instantly, reportedly smiling wide and tossing playful but pointed jabs at Boosie and his fans, calling it a win, tagging it a strategy, and daring folks to keep the same energy. Clips are circulating, edits are rolling, and the comments are chaos. Boosie supporters push back, saying a plea can be tactical, not proof of anything. Charleston's crowd fires back with memes and told you chants. Neutral voices are like, let's see the documents first. If accurate, a plea can cap penalties, shrink uncertainty, and end a slow drip news cycle. If inaccurate, then it's just loud rumor with great marketing. Right now, it's alleged and developing, with no official docket blast in public view while I'm talking. Still, the vibes are unanimous online. This felt like a chess move, and Charleston's victory lap, allegedly, was loud, messy, and designed to sting. Tell me you don't see the rhythm here, because the timing feels wild. Boosie, it's a snag, a headline, a platform hiccup, and Charleston allegedly pops up louder like clockwork. Not always immediate, but close enough that fans say it feels intentional. A live goes up, a clip gets posted, a name drop lands. The tone leans teasing, the volume turns up. He reportedly mirrors the moment, rides the wave, then steers it back to himself. Comment sections keep the receipts. Timelines get stitched. People compare timestamps and the pattern looks tight. One setback, one spike, another setback, an even bigger spike. Could be coincidence, could be strategy, but the optics are sticky. It reads like a feedback loop. Boosie's turbulence creates chatter. Charleston amplifies the chatter. The algorithm rewards the chatter. Then the next moment arrives and the cycle repeats. Rinse, repeat, headline, live, clip, quote. He allegedly leans on contrast too. Boosie gets serious. Charleston gets playful. Boosie vents. Charleston jokes. The juxtaposition keeps eyes glued. It's classic internet stagecraft, reportedly. Build a beat, hit the beat, hit it again, just louder. Fans call it trolling. Critics call it timing. Supporters call it branding. Whenever the label, the cadence keeps paying attention back to him. And when the room gets quiet, he allegedly taps the mic and starts the tempo again. Here's the contradiction. Boosie, when cameras are on, he stays measured, saying he wishes folks well, shrugging, moving on. In private, he might vent, but publicly, he keeps it cool. Meanwhile, Charleston reportedly escalates, dragging relatives into the chat, naming moms, kids, or the dead, allegedly. He says it's strategy, not malice. He frames it as shock therapy, but it lands as disrespect. That juxtaposition is the tension. Boosie avoids family shots, sticks to the person. He knows lines. He's been through loss. He won't open those wounds for views. Charleston, allegedly, pokes every bruise. He wants a reaction. He thrives in the mess. He calls it accountability, but it feels like bait. When viewers see Boosie hold back, it reads as maturity, or maybe brand protection. When they see Charleston double down, it reads as fearless to some, reckless to others. Sponsors clock that. Blogs spin that. Fans split. The irony? Boosie's restraint keeps the story alive because people wonder what he isn't saying, while Charleston's alleged overreach keeps him trending but also isolated. One plays chess with silence. The other plays chicken with boundaries. Different roads, same highway. And if they meet, watch for the switch up. Boosie might finally speak, calmly, while Charleston reportedly raises the volume, dragging kin again, and that, respectfully, is where many tap out. Okay, here's the tea. A 2024 re-indictment reportedly landed, and the whole vibe shifted overnight. The comeback arc hit a speed bump. Fundraising chatter cooled, then spiked, then wobbled. Poll trackers whispered volatility. Insiders called it a plot twist. Critics said accountability. Supporters yelled overreach. The filings, per reporters, add pressure points and fresh timelines. The defense signal fight mode, not flight. New motions incoming. Discovery battles looming. Scheduling chess on the docket. And yes, the sentencing talk got loud. Rumors swirl about double-digit years, but that's speculative. It only even matters if there's a conviction, and that's a big if. Guidelines are math, not destiny. Judges weigh factors. Cooperation shifts numbers. So take the whispers as just that, whispers. Still, the optics, spicy. Backers are reportedly gaming out a long game. Opponents are gaming out an exit ramp. Don't sleep on plea talk buzz either. It's alleged and unconfirmed. One more twist and those forecasts get tossed. For now, momentum feels flipped, but not fixed. Every filing moves the needle, then unmoves it. Courtrooms run on calendars, not cable hits. Watch the docket, not the drama. The flashpoint is here. The flame size is TBD. The fallout is a split screen. Fans flooding the comments with prayers and folded hands, saying stay safe, stay up, we got you. While critics crank the volume on Charleston's narrative, stitching his old clips, looping sound bites, and saying he allegedly called this from day one. Timelines are now a carousel of sympathy posts, sending love threads, and then the C. This is exactly what Charleston warned about edits that reportedly get crazy engagement. And the emotive chatter is getting loud too. Because when something breaks this big, people start asking why now, why like this? Some observers say it looks like clout math, with old grievances bubbling back up, dusty DMs resurfacing, and a tidy told you so branding arc that fits the algorithm like a glove. It's the playbook. Repackaged receipts, careful captions, a little mystery, a lot of momentum. Insiders reportedly claimed certain voices were waiting for the perfect window, letting the pressure build so the reveal would land harder. Others push back and say it's not that deep, just folks reacting in real time. Both can be true. Meanwhile, brands are hedging, friends are choosing silence, and rivals are quote tweeting with knowing eyes. If the goal is attention, it's working. If the goal is closure, we're not there. And the narrative? Charleston's version is getting oxygen, whether you buy it or not. And that's where we land tonight. Sentencing is not confirmed, timelines are reportedly fluid, and the only thing that counts will be the official filings, so eyes on the court record and not the rumor mill. If new documents drop, I'll circle back fast. Until then, take the headlines with a grain of salt, and remember some claims are alleged and still being tested. I want to hear your take, but keep it thoughtful and respectful. No pile-ons, no personal attacks. Disagree without being disagreeable. Thanks for hanging out, and stay tuned for the real receipts when they're filed.